What's going on, people? It's your boy Wanzo coming back to you with another video. Guys, I'm getting this. I'm making this video because I'm getting asked a lot of questions, even in the Discord. What I think about the Z9. Is Zcash gonna fork? Are they not gonna fork? I mean, and honest to God, I wish I had the answer. And Zcash is purposely not being clear with anybody, whether you're a GPU miner wondering if they're going to fork in your favor, or if you're an ASIC miner like myself wondering if they're not going to fork in your favor. So either way, I wish I had the answer. All right? Because this, being in limbo, it fucking sucks because it doesn't let you make decisions on what you want to do if you're gonna buy a Z9, or whether you grab that money and invest it in something else. So hopefully I'm gonna maybe answer some questions here on whether it's worth buying a Z9 or not. Okay? So let's first of all figure out what the hell we're talking about here and try to figure out who's forking and who's not. Bitcoin Gold already announced they're forking. So that's that. Zcash is not being clear about whether they're forking or not forking. And like I said, they're doing it on purpose. I believe that they are doing it on purpose. And I don't know which way they're going to go. I wish I did. I'm still uncertain. Bitcoin Private announced that they're forking, so that one's out. Komodo announced that they are not going to fork. So if you buy a Z9, you can at least mine Komodo. Zencash announced that they are going to fork. So they're out of here. Z Classic is basically a zombie coin at this point. There's no active team behind Z Classic right now, so obviously there is not going to be a fork. So if you buy a Z9, you will at least be able to mine Z Classic, okay? Because the team that was behind Z Classic is behind Bitcoin Private now. So they basically dumped Z Classic for the Bitcoin Private fork. Bitcoin Z announced that they're forking, so they're out of here. Hush said that they're going to do whatever Z Classic does. Not Z Classic, Zcash. So if Zcash does not fork, Hush is not going to fork. So that will also be another mineable coin if it goes in our favor. Zero Coin, I really don't know what to say about Zero Coin. I mean, that's that Equihash Zero algorithm coin that is kind of, to put it in a more familiar terms, it's like Kryptonite and Kryptonite Lite. Okay, Equihash Zero is like their Kryptonite Lite version in Equihash. So I don't even know if the Z9 is going to be able to mine Zero. So at this point, I'm speculating that they're not going to be able to mine Zero. So I'm not even worried about whether Zero forks or they don't fork, because I don't believe that we're going to be able to mine it anyway. BTG, BitGem, is a weird coin, something to do with assembling rubies and, like it says here, sapphires, and it's an obscure coin. I'm not really buying a Z9 to mine BTG gem, BitGem, whatever you want to call it. So I really don't care whether they fork or not. Down the line, if I do buy a Z9 and all these other Equihash coins have been blown out of the water difficulty-wise and they're no longer profitable, then I'll worry about whether I can mine BitGem or not. Zelcash is another obscure coin, very low market cap, and they haven't said anything that I've been able to find. So that doesn't mean that they're not forking. I just haven't been able to find anything. So as far as I'm aware right now, they are not forking. If anybody knows otherwise, please leave it in the comments. Now, I also found this article here on the Bitcoin private subreddit, and somebody here about 12 days ago started doing like this little list. SafeCoin says that they're going to fork. SnowGem is another coin that said that's going to fork. These coins are not even listed on CoinMarketCap or World Coin Index. So, as far as I'm concerned, these are some really rinky-dink freaking coins that nobody really cares about. Okay, and Votecoin here, which is another one that was not on this list. Votecoin is on these here. Votecoin. There it is right here. And even though they have a very low market cap, under $1 million, all right, they're I think they're a pretty new coin. Let's go, yeah, all time. It's a really new coin that came out sometime around Thanksgiving, and they said that they're going to do whatever Zcash decides. So if Zcash forks, they're going to fork. If they don't fork, Votecoin is not going to fork. So that will be another coin that we'll be able to mine. So in the grand scheme of things, we have Komodo as a given. We have Z Classic as a given, mineable, right off the bat. All right. And potentially we will have Zcash and we will have Votecoin and Hush. Because they're basically depending, they're gonna, they're leaving it up to Zcash to whether they're gonna fork or not. So anyway, let's just go to let's just go to what to mine and see what we can figure out here. Okay, since I last made a video, Zcash has been listed on Gemini, and they skyrocketed about $100 a coin. All right, so Zcash was sitting at around 240-ish, and after the announcement, they spiked up to about 360, almost 370, and now they're down at about 340. So it's gained a substantial amount of value, which is actually perfect when you want to mine it. Okay, because even though the difficulty is going to rise, the value increasing of the coin itself is going to put off the difficulty. Hopefully, y'all are understanding what I just said. Okay, so let's start fucking around with the numbers here. All right, everything here is my power cost, pool fees, 10,000 souls or hashes, 300 watts, and this is my cost. Okay, for a Z9. Let's do the calculate, and right now we're looking at 50 days to break even, $36 in profits, $1.15 in electricity. Very efficient miner. These things are great when it comes to efficiency. They're fucking top notch. And that's the difficulty right here. It's sitting at about what is that, 9 million, something like that. Because it's got that little point here. So I'm going to say that I'm going to call this 9 million. Okay. And let's mess around with the difficulty a little bit. Let's see where we end up going here. Okay. Let's double the difficulty. 18. So we've dropped down to 1784. Now let's double the double. Double the double. That's like ordering something somewhere. I don't know. 32. Calculate. So now we're at $9.60. Now let's double it again. 64. Calculate. So now we're at 4.25. So let's do it one more time. Let's double it one more time. 128. Okay, so now you're down to $1.50. I have increased the difficulty of Zcash by an insane amount. Okay, and I didn't even partake into messing around with the value the potential value of the coin. All right. So let's just speculate that Zcash doubles in price from right now. So let's make that an 8. And let's say that Bitcoin is finally back up to, I don't know, let's say 14,000. Calculate. All right, so now we're back up to like, $8, $8 profit a day, which, like I said, I have increased the difficulty by an insane amount. I mean, that was an insane increase. All right, so just to kind of give you an idea of whether how profitable this miner will be, and this miner stands a chance if Zcash does not fork. This miner stands a chance of being profitable for a very, very long time, from what I can tell. Now, let's just okay, let's increase let's increase Bitcoin by, say, make it 20 grand, 20,000. Okay, so now we're back up to almost $12. So, like I said, this miner has a chance of staying very profitable for a very long time. Okay, and that's just Zcash. So let's screw around with Z Classic. Okay, all the numbers the same. Okay, so I'm just going to calculate. We're looking at 51 days to break even. Not much different from Zcash. Okay, and you're looking at $35 per day, and the electricity cost ain't going to change. So let's do the same thing. All right, let's double the difficulty. So now we're at 1750-ish. Now let's double it again. 20. So now we're at 8 1/4. Now let's double it again. So now we're at, $3.60. Let's do it one more time. Double it again. So now we're at $1.22. So again, this miner, because of its efficiency, because it's so efficient, it's going to withstand an extreme difficulty. So in other words, as these miners hit the market, they're going to start cranking up the difficulty, obviously. And because they're so efficient, they're going to withstand a very, very high number in the difficulty. All right, so they're going to stay profitable for a long time. Now, let's just mess around with this here. Let's double that to 360,000 Satoshis. And let's bring Bitcoin to 14,000. Okay, so now we're back up to $7 a day, and that's just basically doubling Z Classic of what it is now. Remember, Z Classic is a zombie coin. There's no team behind it. There's no development happening. So I think that Z Classic is probably going to become one of those pump and dump coins. People are just going to pump the shit out of it and dump them, and things like that. So I don't know, but that's just speculation. I'm just speculating, and let's just make this again like I did to the other one, 20,000. Oh. 20,000. Did I do that to the other one? Yeah, I did. So here we go. We're back up to $11, and I don't know. Let's just double this again. 720,000. So potentially we could be back up to $22. If the price of Z Classic was to quadruple from what it is now. So I mean, that looks good. I like those numbers. That looks very good. Now let's do Komodo. Same thing. All the numbers are the same. Calculate. 54 days to break even. Very similar to the other two. All right, you're looking at $34 to break even, and All right, let's manipulate these numbers like I did last time. So let's double this. 28. Now we're at 1650. Let's double it again. 28 to what's that? 54. Okay, so now we're at $8. And let's double it again. 54 to 108. So now we're at 346. And should we double it again? Let's try it. 216. So we're at $1.16 profit per day, and again, because of its efficiency, its extreme efficiency, you're going to remain profitable for a fucking long time. It's just, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. It's an unbelievable piece of tech, and I don't know who would not want that. Well, I do know who, but I don't see why they would not. So let's just mess around with this here. Let's double that to 80,000. 80,000? Yeah, I got that right. And let's make this 14,000. That's not $6 are going to make a difference. So now we're back up to 7. And let's increase this to 20. Back up to 11, 1050, and let's just double this here. Let's go to 160. Is that right? Yeah, 160,000. And now we're back up to like $22. So I'm not going to say a small price movement is going to make a big difference, but any kind of a movement up, well, whether it's big or small, is definitely going to make a difference on this. And that's good. It's great to see something like this in a miner. I mean, for the longest time, we've been talking about, 1,400 watts and 1,500 watts and 1,600 watts. And even till today, we're still talking about it. But we're starting to see, the introduction of very efficient miners. And this is potentially this is a good thing. It's not potentially, this is a great thing. So that's that. And now let's mess around with Hash again. Same numbers. We're looking at 51 days to break even. All these coins are basically in the 50-day range, all right? Anywhere between 50 and like 54 days to break even, and that's good. That's a very nice low number. Again, that's using my hardware costs. To you, it might be a little more, but to me, that's what it would be. And we're looking at $35.30 profits per day. Now let's do this. Let's double that to 30. 1765. Now let's double it again. 840. And now let's double it again. 366, and now let's double that. 240. So now we're at $1.25, $1.26. Okay, so $1.26 profit per day, and obviously that's not changing either. So yeah, let me see, 14,000. Back up to $3, and let's double this, 13.3. So let's just make that 27,000. Okay, back up to $7, and let's do it one more time. 27, say 52, and change this to 20. So we're back up to like the $21, $22 range, and that's using an insanely high difficulty on all 4 of them. I really pushed that difficulty freaking insanely high. I really doubt that it's going to go that high. but I pushed it insanely high just to kind of show the, how much these miners will be able to withstand. Okay, how much can they withstand with a difficulty increasing? And it's obviously proven that it's can withstand a hell of a lot. So that's pretty much it. I mean, whether Zcash forks or they don't fork, either way, you're going to be able to mine Z Classic and Komodo. All right, and then you have a couple of obscure coins that you might potentially be able to mine. I really don't want Zcash to fork. In my opinion, that would be a deal breaker. If I knew ahead of time that they were going to fork, I would not buy one. All right, because they're the ones that you really want to mine. They're the ones that you want to take the brunt of this force, and Zcash will be. They can take it, okay, because of the value of the coin. They will be able to withstand that force. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. In my opinion, to buy a Z9, I think it's risky. I would not buy more than one, maybe two. I mean, I really can't say that. Really, I mean, it's just risky. You know what I mean? Do you want to take that risk? So I don't know what to say, guys. I hopefully this video will help you guys, make your mind up, I guess. And I kind of demonstrated, how much damage they can take, and when it comes to the difficulty, and potentially what it would look like with the price increasing, like a bull run or something. So that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think they're gonna fork? Does it matter? Do you even care if they do or they don't? You're gonna buy it anyway, and just mine Z Classic and Komodo. I mean, you can do that. And I showed you the numbers. I showed you the numbers of what it would look like. So there's at least that. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell. You'll know when I load up another video. And join the Discord, man. There's a lot of people in the Discord. It's a good crew going on. I mean, there's like a ton of people joining the Discord. And I even have some, I even got some Luxor mining pool techs to join the group. So if you have any questions regarding Lux, then you can definitely ask them because they're in the Discord. So things are going in the right direction, and I'm really proud of it. So that's pretty much it for me rambling. Have a good morning. Peace.